Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about why I go to bed so early. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. Back in 2018, I was diagnosed with IIH. IIH is short for idiopathic intracranial hypertension. In short, in IIH, there's an increased intracranial pressure without a known cause. IIH is known by two older names, pseudotumor cerebri and benign intracranial hypertension. Living with IIH is very hard to explain to others, as it can be hard to tell when I'm not feeling well. My hope is that through these videos we can learn together and help make relationships better through a better understanding. I also hope to provide people living with IIH a community so they never feel like they are alone with this condition. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell down below so that you get updated about further videos. I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon. Anybody who knows me knows that I go to bed extremely early. So most nights I go to bed at 9 o'clock, and that's when I'm feeling good. When I'm feeling very bad, I can be in bed as early as 7 o'clock, 7:30, but usually try and wait until around 8. And so the reason for this is actually I get really tired myself when I have a headache. And to be honest, sleeping helps a lot. Now, sometimes it's actually really hard to sleep. If my neck is really sore, it can be really hard to get comfortable. Also, when I'm usually having a sore head, I usually have to sleep sitting pretty straight, like almost sitting up. So that's why I like to have a lot of pillows, basically, because it's almost like when you have a cold and you have to sleep sitting up because of the congestion. Well, for me, I like to sleep sitting up when my head's really sore. I often find that when I wake up, if I wake up during the middle of the night, that I'll be a little bit more flat than when I went to bed. Sometimes I'm quite flat. There has been a few times when my headaches have been bad enough that I actually wake up in the middle of the night. If this happens, it can be very hard to get back to sleep. I found that having a really consistent routine helps manage my IIH. I don't know, that could be just me, but I found that as long as I keep my routine fairly consistent, that I don't have much of a problem. And particularly at night and going to sleep at the same time every night is really important for the next day. I'm also someone who must have 8 hours of sleep consistently to be able to function at my highest level. I will even feel tired if I only get 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I feel it a lot, I guess, when I don't stay consistent with my routine. Like anything kind of after even 9 o'clock at night is probably a no-go for me. That's just the way I work. And honestly, I live on Eastern time, so we're actually central here. And you will have noticed that the videos have changed in time because Saskatchewan does not observe daylight savings time. I do want to mention that just while I'm talking about time. And please follow me on social media, because if I do forget to mention the time changes, it's because I live in a place where we don't observe time changes. And when I remember and I'll go, oh yeah, daylight savings time, I should probably talk about why my videos keep changing times twice a year. And that is why. To prevent from missing any videos, the best thing you can do is to click your notifications and to turn them to all. I know I have that worded a little bit differently than how I just worded it now, but basically the little notification bell and you click to all, it'll send out all notifications. 9 o'clock is basically the latest I stay up, and it's all right. It's not terrible except for when I'm wanting to do something, and the only time I kind of do get really frustrated with it is when I have events that are kind of in the evening, because My evenings are tough as it is. By the time I get to 5, 6 o'clock at night, I'm really, really starting to slow down. And it's just because of the energy and the fatigue that comes along with IIH. So the only way that I have a long amount of energy is if I really haven't been doing much during the day. If I've been doing a lot during the day, it can be a fairly early night some nights, even when I am feeling okay.
Due to unpredictable symptoms, even if I don't do much during the day, I can still sometimes have trouble going to an event at night.
At some point last year, I talked about why I keep to my routine and why my routine's really, really important and what happens when I happen to not stick with my routine. I can link that video above too if you guys are interested. There's basically no other reason by this besides the fact of I'm usually pretty tired. I like to keep my routine very consistent for reasons I've already talked about. And it just lying down and being in the dark is kind of the most comfortable thing when you're having a really, really intense headache with IIH, anyways. I think that's everything that I want to talk about for today. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.